Well, I've been asked to solve some more questions, so let's get started. As per usual, we're going to do them all separately and then put them together when we can. The first thing I'm going to do is look at my negative indices and say they're in the wrong place. So this one up here is negative, which means it belongs on the bottom of the fraction. This one here is negative, which means it actually belongs on the top of the fraction. So what I'm going to do is leave my thing where it is, bring this one up the top. So I have another 2 to the power of 3 halves, and then this one comes down the bottom. So I end up with 4 cubed all to the power of a half. All right, so now we can start putting things together. This one here, remember when the base numbers are the same and I multiply, I add together my powers. So 3 halves plus 3 halves is 6 halves. And then 4 cubed, we can do that. 4 cubed is 64. And this is meant to be a half. It's terribly written. But remember, the power of a half is the same as a square root. All right, let's go up here. Okay, so 2 to the power of 6 halves. Well, isn't that just 3? 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then the square root of 64 is 8. So then 2 to the power of 3 is 8 over 8. So my answer is actually just 1. All of that complicated stuff, and this whole thing actually just means 1. Right, let's do 2H. All right, student assessment 5, question 2H. So this time we have 5 to the power of 2/3, all to the power of a half. And we're going to multiply that by 5 to the power of 2/3. And we're going to divide all of that by 3 to the power of -2. Now, same thing here. We're going to start with our negative powers and say this actually belongs on the top of the fraction. It shouldn't be there at all. So first of all, let's expand our brackets. So remember, when we've got brackets, we multiply the powers. So we're going to multiply top and bottom. 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. Then I still have my 5 to the power of 2/3. And I'm going to bring this up the top. So this becomes 3 squared. All right, now, if these base numbers are the same, I need to add these together. So let's simplify the first one. 2/6 is the same as 1/3. That'll make our lives a bit easier. And this is clearly 9, 3 squared. Remember, add the powers together when you multiply the base numbers. So this is 3/3. And I'm not really going to write it like that. Let's just undo it and say, well, 3/3 is 1. So really, this is just 5 times 9, which gives us 45. Okay, please get in touch if you still need more help.